Alright, time for an oil change on my car. Just going to drive it on the ramps here and I'll show you how to do that if you haven't done one before on an Ecotec. This car has 236,000 kilometers, not miles. And we're up on the ramps. E-brake. It's already warmed up. Just drove back from the parts store there. Got my Timmy's. I'll just show you what it's all about. Now I put half a can of Seafoam in the oil about 100 clicks ago. Now on these Ecotecs, there's the oil filter is right here. There's a special socket for it, but as long as you have a big crescent wrench, you'll be able to get it off. I already cracked this one to make sure that it was going to come off easy. So what I usually start with, and you can start with whatever. You can start by draining it or whatever, but I actually worked at a GM dealer changing oil for a while, so I know these ones pretty good. Of course, always helps to have the right tools. I do have the socket for this, but it's at work. Maybe that'll be loose enough where I can. Okay, so I got that loose. Okay, now I'll just lift that up a bit and let that stuff drain out of there. Pretty black. Pretty black. That's Mobil 1, about 8,000K I got on that. I'm just going to set this over it here. Don't want the snow to go in there. Okay, so now I'm just going to find something here to lay on, a tarp or something like that, just so I don't get wet. Slide that up under there. Now I'll grab a catch pan and be sure it's a 9/16. Catch pan. Here's the Kia Sportage. I'll be doing a video on that in just a few minutes here. Grab a 9/16. Get it on there. This is a real-time video, so sorry if this is boring for you, but it is educational, so. Okay. Now, you always want to look and see if you got any leaks. I don't see any leaks at all under here. There's no leaks from the CVs or any cracking or anything, so that's 5/8. Down. Lucky guess. Not so lucky. Snowing pretty good out. It's not very cold though. Hang on a sec. Okay, so socket on there, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Holy shit, that's bloody tight. I'm gonna get a metric socket to fit that better. 15 mil. Sorry about this. Should have had the right socket the first time. Changed how many hundreds of these things. Okay, back under. That's it. Okay. Okay, so I just gave that a couple of whacks. And then all you do is let that shit drain out. It's a little bit overdue, but it is Mobil 1, so I'm not hurting nothing. Now you let that drain out, and then once that's to the point where you can get here and there, here and there, so you're not spilling everywhere, I'll get back up top, get the oil filter in. Grab some paper towel here. This is definitely a backyard oil change. So, let's see if I can do this with one hand. I've got myself a expensive oil filter. K&N oil filter. Yeah, a lot of shit in the trunk. Mobil 1. This takes 4.7 liters. I'm going to put 4.5 in, and then I'll just check it in a couple of days or something here. So, here's the K&N oil filter compared to the GM one there. There's a little O-ring that should come with it here. I can't set this down, so I'll have to set it down to pop this out, but all you do is hold that, pop that out, and then I'll show you to pop the new one in. Oh, hang on a second here. So that's that simple to pop the old one out. Now I'm just grabbing the K&N, sticking it in the same way you'll hear it click. Hear that click? Now I'll show you where this O-ring is that I'm changing here. You don't always have to change this. They don't usually ever leak or anything. However, I'm going to change it anyway, just because it's green. So I just roll it kind of around it and into place there. Now I can show you. Let's see. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. So this green O-ring here, you just kind of take that off and put the new one on. That is the new one. New K&N filter here. Just wipe a little bit of oil on that O-ring up here. Here's the old one. It's plastic, and that one's all, I don't know, it does look a little bit better, but not a lot for the price. Now, set this here. Wipe up the oil I spilt. Now, while that oil down there is draining, all you gotta do is put this back into place here. Screw it down by hand. Until you hit that O-ring, and then you're going to need to use a wrench. This is just a big adjustable wrench, is all this is. It's a bit of a pain. Of course, it's a lot easier when you have the right tools. But as long as you get it tightened down, shouldn't have any problem. Okay, so I felt it there, so now I'll just tighten it a bit more. Doesn't have to be insane or nothing. Okay, that's good and tight. Now I do realize that I have a problem here. This here looks like it's been leaking, and I didn't even know it. From being improperly installed. I have not had this off. So I'll have to trim that back and fix that before I put it on. Okay, so now we go under, put the plug in. It's dripping now, so that's good. Now you always want to check this rubber O-ring on there. I know I replaced it last time, but I checked it anyways to make sure it wasn't cracked or nothing. Thread it in by hand. Move the bucket. I've used oil. Now, this doesn't have to be extremely tight. It's aluminum. You just want to give it a good crank, that's all. Okay, that's all that takes. So that's all done under here now. Pull the oil jet out. So it's pretty dark, but it's not black, so to say, around the edges there. It's still got some brown, so it's not too bad. Not proud of it, but... Okay, now top it up. I know this Ecotec takes 4.7 liters. Check the specs on yours if you have a 2.4 or a newer one or something. Funnel. So I'll be safe to put that whole thing in. That's 4.4 liters. Mobil 1 5 weight 30. It'll probably be almost full with that. Break the seal here. Now I gotta pour it. I don't have two hands to hold this funnel, so I already made a big mess. Sweet. It's a good idea to have two hands doing this. But I wanted to do an oil change video, so I'll have to take some brake clean and spray all that oil down. I'll have to pour real slow here. Anyways, fill it up. Not going to film this part. And then you fill it up, bring it down to level ground, run it for 30 seconds or a minute, and then check it and fill it. Make sure you got no leaks. So, thumbs up, subscribe, check out my channel. Have a good day.